Hey there, and thanks for stopping by. Are you a weekend warrior or DIY type? Then you're in the right place. My name's Sean, and I would like to introduce you to Blue Demon's BlueArc 90STI. Over the next few minutes, I would like to share with you some of the key features of this unit, then demonstrate the welding capabilities by running a few beads. This is an inverter style machine that runs on a standard 120 volt outlet. This unit will stick or arc weld and TIG weld. Although to use the TIG weld feature, you will need to purchase the TIG torch separately. The amperage range of this machine runs from 20 to 80 amps. When operating your welder, you will need to have a general awareness of how much time you actually spend welding. The duty cycle of this unit is 20% at 80 amps. So for every 10 minutes, you can weld for approximately 2 minutes at 80 amps before you will need to allow your machine to cool for the remaining 8 minutes. However, if you overheat your machine, the BlueArc 90 will stop welding and you'll receive a thermal warning. The light is located on the front of the machine, seen here. Now that you've got your machine plugged in and you know the duty cycle, let's discuss a few more of the features. The BlueArc 90 can arc or stick weld and TIG weld. This makes it a very versatile machine for any weekend warrior or DIY type. Your machine comes with a 10-foot electrode holder, also referred to as the stinger lead, a 6.5-foot grounding clamp, and a shoulder strap. The shoulder strap allows you to quickly and easily carry the unit around. This is one of the best features of the BlueArc 90. At just under 10 pounds, you can take it virtually anywhere. Let's stop here for just a moment. We need to talk about safety. The welding process can produce harmful light, fumes, sparks, and flying slag, just to name a few. You should always wear the proper clothing and safety gear while welding. This includes, but is certainly not limited to, a welding hood, welding jacket or long sleeve shirt. I would suggest cotton or wool, as synthetic materials could melt to your skin. Next, select the proper thickness of gloves, ear protection, a respirator, and safety glasses. One should always wear eye protection during the welding process, even under your hood. Here's a tip. Many welders will wear a small respirator, like the one seen here. It filters out some of the harmful things floating in the air. The other thing it does, it directs the hot air you breathe down and out of the hood. If you've ever welded before, you know the lens can become so fogged you can't see anything. Now that we've covered the safety portion, let's set up the machine and I'll demonstrate the capabilities. The location of the cables will depend on the electrode you're using. For this demonstration, I'll be using E7018, so my grounding clamp will be plugged into the negative side and my electrode or stinger lead will be plugged into the positive side. This unit has quick connect plugs, so switching polarities is quick and easy. Now I'll turn on the machine and select my amperage. I have some 5/16 coupons that have been previously tack welded together. I've selected 3/32 7018 electrodes and the BlueArc 90 is set to approximately 80 amps. When preparing to weld, you want to do the best job you can. Here are some tips to help you do just that. Number 1, get comfortable. You want to make the best weld you can, so you want to get as comfortable as you can get. You may even want to use clamps or other things to create something to lean against to brace yourself while you weld. Number 2, make a few dry runs. Even if you're just practicing. What are dry runs, you asked? Dry runs are when you go through the motions of welding, but you're not actually welding. This will give you an idea of any problems you may encounter as you weld. An example of this was moments ago before I started welding. I worked my way across the workpiece like I was welding. You may find your cable is caught under something, or you cannot complete your weld in one pass. Number 3, while welding, you typically want to keep a tight arc. This is the distance between the metal and your electrode, or tungsten in the case of TIG welding. Whether you're arc or TIG welding, holding a tight arc will increase your chances of creating a high quality weld. Typically, in the arc welding process, a good rule of thumb is the arc length to be no longer than the core of the electrode you're using. One of the most common errors beginners make is not holding a tight enough arc. For a more comprehensive explanation on the arc welding process, head on over to YouTube and search for arc welding clams. That's CLAMS. As you can see here, the BlueArc did a great job. Let's recap some of the features of this machine. This is a stick TIG welder with a 20% duty cycle. It will do scratch start TIG. It comes with quick connect cables and is extremely portable. This unit has thermal protection, arc force, hot start, and an anti-stick feature. When choosing your next or first welder, please remember the Blue Demon BlueArc 90STI. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.